Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the four. Fears out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Misi in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Clippers, Collins at power forward, Zubats in the middle. Beal and Kawhi operate together on the wings. And it's Harden in at the point. For both teams, this is the first game of their NBA Cup campaign. The goal is to make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, B.A. 4 teams in each conference that make it. It's the 3 group winners plus a wild card. So also keep in mind, point differential could be a key in advancing.
Now here's Zubats. Back to Beal. Shot clock at 5. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, this is how Bradley Beal just makes it impossible to guard him. 3-level scorer. This time he goes to the inside game.
It's Williamson with the drive. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
And so here are the Clippers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, it was really just the failure to convert shots on a consistent basis. That's going to cost you games, believe me.
I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because they're certainly due for some better luck.
Stolen by Harden. Beal, the pass to Leonard. And a missed layup. Here's New Orleans now. Here's Williamson. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Collins. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. In terms of his team's scouting report, Zion Williamson is at the top of it. He raved about Zion's blend of skill and strength, telling me, I don't think there's a stronger guy in our league. Plus, he can put it on the deck and finish at an elite level. Zion is like a freight train coming right down the lane. BA, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Fears, defended by Harden. Pass to Misi. Kicks it out to Williamson. Here's Fears. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside for Harden. Pass to Leonard. Shoots a fadeaway. Misi grabs the board.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Williamson against Leonard. And there's the screen. Williamson looking around. Shot on the wing. Oh, another miss by Williamson.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
Collins passes to Harden. And here's Beal from outside the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Beal's got 5.
I'll tell you clearly, this guy has found his rhythm. He's attacking with confidence early.
And so Willie Green decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. go for the Clippers. Lopez, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for John Collins. And it's Dunn in for Leonard. And New Orleans making a change here. And here's New Orleans now. They trail by 6. Knocked loose. Harden with it. Guarded now by Alvarado. Three-pointer. Beal. Alvarado with a rebound.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williamson passes to Poole. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He has the knack for being in the right spot at the right time. Gets a lot of sneaky points with his work on the glass.
Unloads from 13. That shot off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Los Angeles up 4. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Jose Alvarado. And it's Queen in at the 4 spot. And the first one at the line is good. Doris, after starting his career with the Warriors, Jordan Poole is trying to prove he can be counted on as a leader.
And let's remember, B.A., Jordan is a player who is just entering his prime. The championship he won with the Warriors should be really instructive about what it takes to be great in this league. When you've played alongside Stephen Curry, you have an understanding of what it takes. And for Jordan, it's just about putting in the work and continuing to grow.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there. All right, Shams, thank you very much for that report. He misses the free throw. Grant, the Clippers were finally healthy in the playoffs last season, but it still wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, but they gave us a dramatic 7-game series against the Nuggets, who then went on to push OKC to 7 games. So even if it wasn't the outcome the Clips wanted, still a heck of a season.
Collins, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. There's a screen. Poole for 3. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. Los Angeles leading by 5. Pass to Beal. Over Poole. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Here's New Orleans now. Bay outside. Here's Queen. Puts up a 3. That shot is off.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Batum, the pass to Dunn. Beal outside. From the line, and the jumper is good. Beal's got 7.
Just a great move by Beal. Little shake, little bake right there.
And so Willie Green decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. checked in for Batum. And the Pelicans will go for a different look here. Messi, he's checked in for Matkovic. Zion Williamson comes in for Queen. Jones, he's checked in for Bay. And it's Fears in for Alvarado. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Poole outside. Spins. Outside Jones. Williamson inside. Collins there. The shot by Messi, no good.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Clippers last season inaugurating the Intuit Dome after for years sharing an arena with the Lakers. Kawhi Leonard said it helps having a home base for you rather than being a roommate. Coach Tyronn Lue said it feels so good to have a place to call your own and just call home. Back over to you, Brian.
And looking to protect it. All right, thank you, Allie. Now here's Poole. And in the game with Denver, he did not play well. And Doris, the Clippers coach Ty Lue, considered to be one of the master tacticians on the NBA sideline.
And BA, a lot goes into that. It's not just the adjustments in game or the play calling in late game situations. It's also the fact that this guy understands how to communicate with players, how to hold them to a high degree of accountability, and walk that line between demanding and being supportive. He is one of the game's sharpest minds.
Los Angeles leading by 9. 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Harden misses. And it's Jones with the ball for the Pelicans. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season. Now here's Beal. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls.
Bradley Beal entered the NBA as a sweet shooter, but consistent work and improvement has turned this guy into an absolutely lethal threat from everywhere on the floor.
Here's what Los Angeles is going with right now. Zubats comes in for Lopez. And Leonard subbed in for Dunn. Trey Murphy, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Fears. Clock at 6. To stop the run. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Beal outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Los Angeles, closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, guys. Zoo, a strong first half for this team. What was the mindset that gave you guys the lead?
We just have to be ourselves, just be ourselves, move the ball, play the unselfish, and we're going to get ourselves an offense.
Stay true to you, guys.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Taking a look here now at New Orleans, they're letting the losses stack up. It can dim your confidence. They need to make some changes, maybe in their lineup, maybe shot selection, something.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Low assist numbers pop out to me. It's a big flashing sign that these guys are being selfish. The only way they're going to get back in this one is by creating shots for each other. I mean, playing as a team. Move the ball. Make the extra pass.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. Hey, it's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Pelicans trail by 11. Beal and Kawhi operate together on the wings. Collins at power forward, Zubats in the middle, and it's Harden in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Fears, still without a bucket. They set the pick. Three-pointer, no good. Well, the Clippers shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. You know, Grant, with the young Jeremiah Fears, the focus seems to be on his potential upside.
Yeah, he scores well, has a decent passing game, but there's room for more polish in other areas. As long as he works hard on developing, he'll reach that next level.
Here's Fears. Williamson outside. Out to the right wing. Picked by Williamson. To the middle. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Jones out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's a look at what's coming up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Sunday, they'll go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. John Collins grew up playing soccer goaltender. He said, quote, "I've always had good hands, but goaltending helped my reaction time, being able to track the ball at fast speeds. It's an important thing for guards to trust the big fella that you can catch and finish." Brian, back over to you.
Terrific report. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And Doris, when you have a veteran roster with some of the injury history of these Clippers, load management becomes a big consideration.
And B.A., how impressive is the resiliency of this team in the face of all that injury history they have? Credit the front office for the depth they have developed and the coaching staff for their incredible adaptability. It is nothing short of remarkable.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And they tell players, your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less, Grant.
And, you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Even as much as we've seen him, we still marvel at the power of Zion around the basket. It's hard for a defender to deal with this kind of strength.
Harden, the pass to Beal. Now here's Zubats. Back to Beal. 5 on the clock. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Fourth, Ivica Zubats.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
And the Clippers making a change here. Dunn's checked in. And the Pelicans also making a change. Poole, he's checked in for Williamson. Pelicans trail by 14. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Poole up top, defended by Dunn. Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable. No good on that one.
There's never been a question about whether Jordan Poole can fill it up in a hurry. This guy has got as versatile an offensive skill set as you can want.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Jones. He's scoreless. Jones with a screen on Zubac. With the 10-footer, no good off the back of the rim.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And Doris, you look at Ivica Zubac. His game is elevated to a point where he's near the top of opposing scouting reports.
What's fascinating to me, BA, is there were a couple years where we were saying traditional fives are no longer part of the game. Not true. Zubac is a throwback. Plays to his strengths, playing in the paint, rebounding the basketball, and affecting the game with that 7-foot frame.
Two things there that make that possible for Jordan Poole: focus and body control.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Zubac screen. Leonard for three. Oh, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It goes on Yves Missi. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Some changes for Los Angeles. Batum has checked in for Kawhi Leonard, and it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Harden.
What you love about Ivica Zubac is he knows who he is. Big, strong body, mixes it up on the glass, sets solid screens. Just an understanding of who he is.
Here's Matkovic. And a two-handed jam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Beal against Poole. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Batum with a screen on Poole. Clock at 4. Here's Beal. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break up 12. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. More 2K action in just a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So the Pelicans 5 right now. They've got Jose Alvarado. He's out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Williamson in at the 3, the small forward. Nice shot by Harden.
James Harden has made a living out of tough shot making. I'll tell you, the defense pretty good right there. James Harden just better.
Pelicans trail by 14. Alvarado, the pass to Queen. Poole outside. Just 5 to shoot. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. Harden, the pass to Collins. Now Lopez. Oh, he misses the layup.
Big rebound on a night where they haven't exactly controlled the glass.
Now Poole. Poole work in the interior.
Well, Jordan Poole with the 2 inside. Very nice.
Los Angeles leading by 12. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. So for the Clippers, Zubac, he's checked in for Lopez. Leonard comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Bradley Beal in for Dunn. And a new group getting ready for the Pelicans. Misi, he's checked in for Matkovic. Jones comes in for Queen. Trey Murphy, he's checked in for Poole. And it's Fears in for Alvarado. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Williamson. Following the score by Los Angeles.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Now Zubac. Oh, he jammed it.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
Here's Fears. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Deflects the pass. Williamson outside. 6 on the shot clock. He's got a piece of it.
Boy, how about the D from Zubac there? The big man from Croatia doing some things defensively.
Los Angeles leading by 16.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Clippers.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, love the execution.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And what a huge performance it was for Bradley Beal.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
And the Clippers with the ball after the basket by New Orleans. There's 48 seconds left to play in the 4th. Williamson against Leonard. Oh, it misses. Now here's Williamson, guarded closely. Picked by Misi. Williamson with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Jones! Money from 3!
3-pointer.
They led by as many as 18. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
We'll see you next time.
Kawhi, yet another stifling defensive effort. What sets this team apart at that end of the court?
I'm not sure. I think we all just pretty much buying into the game plan. Our offense isn't going as well as we want, so we're just putting our hats on the defensive end, and then we're coming out with great games like today.
Great defense goes a long way.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Bradley Beal.